welcome, welcome. My name is Christopher Devon Stackhouse, Senior Pastor at Lewis Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, where we are one church in 3 locations. And this is Pastor Chef. This is Pastor Chef's Kitchen, and with me, I have another wonderful special guest chef. I'll let her introduce herself.
My name is Priscilla Perry, and today we're going to be baking the red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so Miss Priscilla, let me tell you, I always look at the table and see what we're working with. So I saw the red.
Yes.
I knew, figure we'd do a red velvet cake, but my favorite thing on the table. What do you think my favorite thing on the table? And it's not necessarily an ingredient. What the favorite thing on the table?
It's probably the mixer, huh?
It is, exactly. Y'all see this mixer? Now this is the mix I grew up on. That's that old school
Yes, it is.
mix master. You can't find that in the store anymore.
I know.
That's how you know this about to be a good cake, when they pull out the mix master. All right. If this mix master could talk, he could tell us some good recipes. But you can tell us good recipes too. So with the red velvet cake, where do we start?
Okay, so the first thing I do, I prep everything. I get all of my ingredients out, and have everything prepped. So the first thing we start is with the eggs. I put the eggs in the pan.
Got it. All right.
2 eggs.
We're gonna put them in here?
Break them first.
Okay. All right. So then once we break them, everything will go in this bowl, right here.
Once we finish, everything will go into that bowl.
No, I'm just saying when I crack it,
Yes, the eggs go into the bowl.
Thank you. And thank you.
And our next ingredient is 1.5 cups of the oil.
Cup and a half of oil. Got it.
Yes. There.
Got it. All right, so that's 1 cup. And now we'll do the half.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
The next
All right.
ingredient is the 1.5 cups of sugar.
Cup and a half of sugar. Do I need to measure? It's already measured.
It's already measured.
It's already measured. Cup and a half of sugar. All right, so we got our 1.5 cups of sugar. Where did you get this recipe from?
I actually got it from a friend of mine.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, shout out, friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
In a second. Okay.
So you're gonna mix those. Add a teaspoon of vinegar.
Vinegar? Really?
Yes. So that's the vinegar.
Okay. You wanna add the teaspoon? Now that's a secret ingredient.
That looks good.
Okay.
So now we add the 2 bottles of red food coloring.
I thought you brought 2 just for decoration.
No.
All of it.
That's what turns the
From
cake
both of
red.
them.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured
1
maybe
ounce.
just a drop or 2, but
They're 1 ounce, so we use both of those.
both. Okay. All right.
Stir it up a little bit so the coloring won't splash all over everywhere.
You know, I was a little, you know what, matter of fact, why don't you go ahead and lend your expertise to it? 'Cause I was a little nervous about it. I was like, there's a lot of red juice in there. Well, that's a deep red too.
That should be good.
That's good?
Yeah.
All right.
So our next ingredients are the dry ingredients.
Got it.
So what you use is 2.5 cups of self-rising flour.
Okay.
1 teaspoon of cocoa,
All right.
and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I've already pre-mixed those ingredients,
The cocoa.
but it's the Hershey's cocoa right there that I
Really?
use.
So, once again, this is another thing I wouldn't have guessed would be in red velvet cake, cocoa.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And the baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
And 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. All right. You want to pour it in? All right. Get ready for the beat. Get ready for the beat. You know, because of COVID, I was reading something the other day, said a lot of people, it will be more people on the beach this year with their shirts still on.
I'm sure.
Yeah, they said it'll be more people comfortable with having a shirt on at the beach than ever before.
Our next ingredient is 1 cup of buttermilk.
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 Is there a reason why it's buttermilk and not regular whole milk?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
So
that's just what.
the
Okay.
recipe calls for.
Okay.
So, and then we'll add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract
Okay.
into the buttermilk.
Okay. You put it in there. You don't put it in.
Right. Mix it in the
You see what I mean about the small little nuances that make the recipe right? You put the teaspoon of vanilla in the buttermilk, not in the batter. And something that small can make the difference between it tasting just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. I got it.
Thank you. Vanilla. And we just pour it right in the buttermilk. And just sort of stir it a little bit.
Okay. All right. Look, the batter's so thick, the milk doesn't even penetrate it. It's just sitting right on top.
Okay. So most of normally I use the oil and the flour, but my friend also told me about baker's joy. So just spray the pan. I'm gonna wipe some of that out just for me to take it.
Okay.
He calls for 350 for 30 minutes.
Okay.
My oven at home cooks a little fast, so
Okay.
normally I'll do like 325, 320 for about 30 minutes. So.
Okay, all right,
It all
so-
depends on how your oven cooks.
Yeah, every oven is different, isn't it? Every oven is really different. So, but you say under normal circumstances or whatever, 350 for 30 minutes.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. All right, but make sure you keep watch on, cause you know your own oven. Know your own oven. All right. Should I put them, Sister Brown, should I put them all on the same rack? All on the same, okay. Actually, I don't won't have enough room to put them all on the same rack. I'll put one right there. There we go. We'll be right back. Okay, so you were saying while our cake is baking, we were gonna do the next stage, and
Yes.
that is
That's the frosting.
frosting. Got it. Okay.
So
All right.
for the frosting, we'll use 1/8 ounce of Philadelphia cream cheese, 1 stick of butter,
Okay.
confectioner's sugar, And I use black walnuts, but you can use pecans, whichever one you desire. Like
All
a
right.
cup of those.
All right, so you prefer
The
walnuts and, okay,
Yes.
all right.
Okay. So now we're going to open the cream cheese.
I think most people do walnuts with theirs, don't they?
Some-
I run into pecans, you know, here and there,
Yeah.
but for the most part, I think walnuts seems to be the preferred choice. Two kind of tough, sticky ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in the mixer.
Just
How do I?
I'll show you, Pastor.
You know what? You show me how it's done, because obviously I'm not doing something right.
Just barely.
Oh, okay. Now that's extensive mixer right there.
So next is the confectioner sugar.
All right, so that was 8 ounces of.
And that's 16 ounces of confectioner sugar.
So the whole thing is going in there.
Yes.
Got it. So that's easy. One whole thing, 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1 stick of butter, and then 1 box of confectionery sugar, which was how much? Was
16
it?
ounces.
16 ounces. Got it. Put all of that confectionery powdered sugar in there. I was like, I don't know. Then when I started mixing, I was like, I don't know, but it came together. Yeah, it came together.
Now, these are the black walnuts. We'll add those 1 cup.
Okay, 1 cup of black walnuts. Got it.
It calls for 1 cup, but I don't use quite 1 cup because I don't like a whole lot of nuts that will. I don't want to taste all the nuts and nothing else.
I got it. It'll overpower everything else.
And then some people just prefer to put the nuts on top of the top layer of the cake. I mix mine inside my icing.
I like that. I like to just put it in the icing technique.
And that's probably good after.
That's good?
Yes.
All right. Now, be honest with you.
Always.
Let me, what year did you come to Lewis Chapel?
We came to Lewis Chapel in 2011.
2011.
We moved from Atlanta.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I became pastor in 2016. At that point, did you say, one day he and I are going to be doing a cooking show together?
Never.
Yeah, I know. It isn't like that way. It isn't like that way.
Yes, it
Exactly. I never thought I'd be doing this. I know you never thought you'd be doing this. And they probably never thought they'd be watching this, but life has a way.
Yes, it does.
Life has a way.
Yes, it does. And I was nervous, very nervous today. My husband was trying to ease my nerves, saying, it's going to be all right. As many times as you bake that cake, you already know it in your sleep. You know, I'm like, but this is a first. It's always a first, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah. Well, you've done a great job. You've done a great job. Because that's going to get done baking in just a moment. We have our icing together. So I guess we'll wait for this to finish cooking. Then when it gets done, we'll icing the cake and then that'll be that.
yes.
All right. All right. We're back. we're ready. And while we were getting some things ready, we just got the news that Derek, whatever his name is, don't even want to know his name, guilty on all charges. So today's a good day. Now, let's get back to icing this cake. We just start icing, right? We just you put a dollop on there. And
yeah, spoonful. Okay.
You need a knife?
Okay.
I have not put icing on a cake since, I don't know, like 12 years old. I just remember it didn't go well for me, so I just haven't done it since. You've already icing about half the cake while I'm still working on my one corner.
That's all right, Pastor. You're good.
We would be here all night waiting on me. You couldn't hear somebody say, we're going to be here all night waiting on me. You're right, we would be. We would be. But that's all right. I got a good teacher here.
Amen.
Possible. Now, do we need to let the cake rest before we cut it?
Normally, I don't, because a lot of people like that cake warm. You know?
Yeah, okay. Well, it sounds good to me. I mean, I was praying your answer was going to be no. So we're going to go ahead and we'll cut it up.
Okay.
We'll cut it up, get everybody a piece, and, we'll get to the best part, eating it. All right. I'll be all right. Hey, we are about to get to our favorite part, the part where we get to taste what the guest chef has come and blessed our kitchen with. So thank you for coming and sharing with all of us this great recipe. Now we're gonna pray, we're gonna put it, we're gonna taste it. God, we thank you for this cake. We thank you for blessing and keeping us. Please bless this cake, use it for the nourishment of our bodies. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Okay. All right. So, welcome. Got it going on. Take a walnut. I take everything. It's good. Reverend ain't saying nothing.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, which is probably most of you, this is an award-winning red velvet cake. So it's not just any red velvet cake, this is an award-winning red velvet cake. And the day it won the award at the church, I didn't get a chance to try it. So this is my first time. I see why it won the award. This is delicious.
Thank you.
It is. This is delicious.
Thank you.
Ladies?
Delicious, delicious. I was surprised at the vinegar and the cocoa, but this is delicious. I taste the walnut.
I like the way you get that.
Thank you.
Delicious. I do like the way you incorporate the walnuts into the icing. I'm going to do that with several other recipes.
Okay. Thanks.
It really is great. I gotta stop. I don't want to ruin my appetite for later, especially since I'm gonna have more for later. But that is really a delicious cake. It is a great red velvet cake recipe. It was easy and it's delicious. So if you like red velvet cake, you probably want to give that a try. Anything you like to share? Anybody you like to say hello to? Oh, and we forgot to introduce who the brother is standing beside. You wanna let the world know who that is?
So the guy standing next to me is my husband, Anthony Perry, of 38 years. We've been married. So yes. So this is.
And I've been eating cake for about 32 years. She said 38 years. Well, 2 years before.
All right. Well, listen. we thank you for tuning in and being a part of Pastor Chef one more time, particularly in this historic week where justice was served and our country can breathe a collective sigh of relief because things are getting better. Now, we'll catch you next go round. Matter of fact, this is a homecoming week. So, happy homecoming, 110 years, Lewis Chapel. Matter of fact, Roy, what was before for me? In here, you see some of what we've been collecting. We've been collecting this food because we're going to bless some pantries and some food drives that are in our area. It's part of our 110-year homecoming celebration. So thank you to all of you who have been giving and been supporting. And we'll see you next time on Pastor Chef.